Greg, Casey, and Adam!
So, this is kind of fucking horrible, but, and this, other than your chewing, God. Never seen so much noise come out of such a small mushroom.
Sorry.
Big face.
It's a fertilized mushroom.
So, in... Jesus.
Sorry. It just kind of made me think for a second.
Came out of fertilizer for sure. A 5-year-old in Kentucky has just shot his sister, his 2-year-old sister, with a rifle that he got as a gift.
As a what?
As a gift.
Wait a second.
A present.
So...
In Cumberland County.
Hold on.
5-year-old.
So he didn't steal his dad's gun.
He didn't take his dad's gun.
No, it was his gun.
A 5-year-old.
Yep. It was a .22 rifle. And it's...
What the
fuck
fuck
does a 5-year-old even hold a .22 rifle?
It's made by a company called company named My First Rifle.
Called what?
What? No, you're making this up.
In colors ranging from plain brown to hot pink to orange to royal blue and multicolor swirls.
Wait a second. So you can buy a small gun that is specifically marketed to a child. Does it have like Thomas the Tank Engine or whatever the fuck? Like,
didn't they like ban candy cigarettes because they're supposed to encourage children to smoke? What the fuck is that shit?
The county sheriff said, "What's more unusual than having a gun," he said in response to the reporter saying, like, "Why does a 5-year-old own a gun?" He said, "Is that a kid would get shot with it."
What?
No, what? Kids almost exclusively get shot with guns. It's always kids that get shot with guns.
Yeah, by other kids who I always thought were stealing them from their parents, but apparently that's not the case.
I used to think it was kind of even though I wanted a BB gun when I was a kid, and my parents were like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when I got older, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, it is really fucked up to give a kid a BB gun because it's kind of implanting the wrong sort of mindset at an early age.
In South Africa, if you want to buy a BB gun, I think even at Walmart here in town, if you want to buy like something that is gas powered and shoots a pellet that can penetrate your neck or something, you've got to be over 18.
Right.
You've also got to be over 18 to like look at a breast.
So we're gonna shoot the parents, right? I mean, that's
That makes sense.
We can't.
In Cumberland County, as in elsewhere in Kentucky, local newspapers often feature photos of children proudly displaying their kills, including turkeys and deer.
And 2-year-old girls.
Yeah, add that to the list. Jesus.
Has it gone far enough that they know why he shot his sister? Was there any explanation?
It's been ruled as an accident.
Okay.
Because it's a fucking 5-year-old. Accidents.
Right.
You mean like you can't give them a glass of water and not expect something to go wrong?
But I mean, is the accident that like he didn't think it'd actually kill her, or is the accident like
5-year-olds have like no? I mean, like when I took care of like a 5-year-old for a while, and she would do things like decide that scissors were fun and would cut her own hair. I mean, these are not like rational beings.
I once had a 5-year-old try to stab me in the eye with a pencil.
Because
like not to be mean, like
not knowing that there's
it's
like
funny.
Yeah, there's no concept of if I'm going to stab you in the pencil, you're in the eye with the pencil, your eye will be gone forever. They don't have those kind of concepts.
Right. Okay, so let's say that I've got a gun in my room right now, and I also have a child, and the gun belongs to me, and the child goes and takes the gun, shoots himself in the face. I go to jail because
for like negligence.
Right, but if I were to have bought the gun for the child and gave it to the child.
Oh no, the responsibility is on him now.
Now the responsibility is on the child.
Then you should be put into a mental
But no, in this
institution.
situation, the responsibility is now on the child. The parents obviously can't get in trouble because they just bought a gun that's marketed for a child for their child.
You know who's to blame here, actually? Really, I'm serious here. This is who's to blame. The preschools. Because they're not teaching responsible gun ownership to our children.
You know what? I had a gun when I was little. It was this finger and this thumb, and it went pew. It went pew 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 pew. What the? No.
The company is Milton, PA-based Keystone Sporting Arms. It has a kids' corner on their website with pictures of young boys and girls shooting at shooting ranges and on bird and deer hunts. It says the company produced 60,000 cricket and chipmunk rifles, which are the two brands they sell for kids. The cricket, which is what the 5-year-old had, and the chipmunk rifle. That's an adorable name to kill, help children kill.
I was so naive to this, I feel like I've just shifted into an alternate reality.
You see this furrowed brow? I can't get rid of it.
This is fucking terrible.
I don't know why I'm surprised. I made a joke a few weeks ago how I'm surprised they don't have his and hers matching pistol sets yet for the perfect gift for newlyweds.
Well, they do.
And they do. Someone found it, yeah.
I was at a pawn shop a couple of weeks ago, and I was looking at the guns, because I think guns are interesting. If I knew myself more, I would love to have a gun. Or if I knew myself less. I know myself enough that I can't have a gun, that I do something stupid with it. Like, oh, I got a gun. Shoot myself in the face, the foot, accidentally. Okay, I know that I can't have one, but I still like guns. Looking at the guns, and what do they have? The dirty Harry gun, and they have a fucking M16 rifle, and they have little pink guns. They have little bright pink guns and orange guns. So I'm talking to the guy about the guns, and he's like, yeah, dude, you can get these guns in any color of the rainbow. I have people who come in here and will buy guns that match their purses.
Yeah.
That's just...
Well, I mean, I can't understand, like, the entire country's having this, like, huge debate at the moment about gun ownership and, like, background checks and who should be allowed access to guns and everything. And we're giving them to kids?
Yeah. Although I did hear the other day
yeah, they do a background check on a 5-year-old, like, oh, yeah. Johnny spit in Susie's soup once.
Let's start there, maybe.
I did hear that Tonka and Power Wheels got together to make a Power Wheels tank for kids with real ammunition.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be.
All right,
so...
You won't give... I mean, we understand the driver's license concept, right? You have to be 18 if you want to have a driver's license and own a car.
Yeah, if you want to drive a weapon, you need to be an adult.
I think you have to be 16 for a license, but yeah.
Whatever. Shouldn't there be at least something?
16, yes. Yeah.
Something like that?
Yes, yeah.
This is mind-boggling.
You said one of you equated this DMV for guns, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, like, why not? Why? I mean...
It should be a pain in the fucking dick to get a gun. It really should.
Or at least it's hard to buy and sell a car.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the worst thing ever, but just make it as hard as it is to get a car.
Here in Florida.
I just got a car. What did I have to do? I had to, when I bought the car, this is all the loan stuff aside, I had to call an insurance company. I had to go to the Department of to the tax office to pay taxes on a title, on a registration. I had to... You're looking at me as if we just came up with a great idea here.
Don't change any of the gun laws. Just add one law. Gun owners, if you want a gun, have to... It's the law to use a gun that you have to have insurance for the gun and shooting accidents.
Okay.
To create an insurance industry, right? That will, like, basically self-regulate stuff to make it... So if the insurance company considers you too risky to own a gun, it will be too expensive to have the insurance.
Why? This is crazy. Why? I can't believe.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Why doesn't that exist already? Why do you need insurance to operate a car? Why? Not for your sake.
Kill like 2 people, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, and if I got pulled over...
Not even. Just if you might mess up someone else's car, so you need to have insurance on it. But you can own a mass murdering weapon. Fucking...
Fine.
AK-47, just spraying bullets all day, killing people. No insurance.
We don't have to make
liability.
We don't have to make the bullets expensive. We don't have to make the guns expensive. Just add insurance.
And the insurance companies will take care of the rest.
Insurance companies will be like, "There's no fucking way this guy. Yeah, sure, you can have a gun, but your insurance is $10,000 a month."
Yeah, and not to mention, I actually have a perfect driving record, but I have really shitty credit, so I have to pay a lot for insurance. You know who that'll...
This is perfect.
That'll cut down.
You know what else that would create another industry too, which would be PIs staking out people for the gun insurance.
Yeah.
Like actually finding out what these people are up to all day.
Because nobody fucks you like an insurance company.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a brilliant idea. It's so obvious. It's shocking it doesn't already exist.
Something that we've done. We have solved the gun debate. Because there's no one on the right who's going to be like, well, that insurance is... We don't have insurance... No, insurance is bad.
Wait, what's the argument against that?
There's no argument. Because it's good for big business.
I'm liking this more and more. Casey looks like he's deep in thought.
I am deep in thought. This is brilliant. I'm trying to think of actually the process of having to enact legislature for this.
Yeah.
Because, well, the problem is, is insurance is done state by state. Well, no, let me get to my point here. In Florida, you're for your car, you're required to carry insurance.
Yeah.
If you get pulled over, whatever, you'll get a ticket, you'll get your driver's license suspended eventually.
That's fine, just make it state by state, and then when Kentucky's the state that has all the mass shootings, we're so like, oh, shit, sucks for you, Kentucky.
Because Alabama, you don't have to have car insurance if your car is paid off. And
you know what? But at least you're also giving people.
But Alabama sucks.
But you know what? But if you live in a state,
state
that doesn't require people to insure their guns or is doing a shitty job of that, you just move to the state where they're doing an excellent job on making people carry insurance. It does give people a little more options.
So we do realize that if this were to happen, this would happen in New York, New Hampshire, Vermont,
California,
not Texas, not Florida, not anywhere in between.
I think really though that should be federal law.
Just make it so
you can't do well, I was going to say you can't do a federal mandate to require people to have insurance, but wait.
You can carry your guns across state lines.
You can have a federal mandate to require insurance.
Yeah.
So
it's a tax.
It's a tax.
Yeah. You just called it a tax. Well, now that we've solved the world's gun problems,
let's just keep making fun of how stupid this whole debacle is, and the gun craze in our country. I was talking to Taryn about this the other day, and I thought I came up with kind of a good analogy for why I think so many people think that they should own guns. When I was a little kid, I watched Ninja Turtles and all sorts of Power Rangers, Kung Fu movies, and I practiced all the moves in my bedroom. Mm-hmm. And I got this delusion in my head that those moves would work in a real fight. And you know what happened when I tried those moves on kids at school? I got the shit kicked out of me. And I think it's the same psychological process happening in the mind of a person who thinks they should own a gun. Because they watch movies all day, the Dirty Harry, whatever, The Matrix, all that shit. And they think, yeah, man, if I had a gun, I'd be out fucking... No. Because most people, I really think, haven't ever actually really had to hurt another person and probably don't really know how they would react if they ever really needed to use their gun against someone.
Most people are stupid. I mean, I don't think that most people should be allowed to have children, let alone like drive a car. But now you're gonna let these same people watch action movies all day long and then give them a firearm.
Hey, we just solved population control too. Child insurance.
Insurance is the answer to everything.
You know, I used to hate insurance. Now I love it.
Say insurance ruins my life as it is now.
It's private taxation, is what it is.
Yeah.
Based on like how responsible you are as a human being,
and how creditworthy you are.
Yeah, you would never be allowed to own anything if that was the case.
And I shouldn't.
That's true.
Yeah, there's a reason
That's a very good point. There's a reason he cannot drive, because what would your insurance be per month?
I have to have insurance just if I want to carry a valid driver's license, not even a car.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
So wait a second.
That's what happens.
You have to pay money to the state monthly. Well, no, to pay money to the state plus monthly insurance.
And it's outrageous. It's like
just to have a piece of plastic that says that you theoretically could drive.
Yes, and it's outrageous. It's like $300 a month. That's why I don't carry a driver's license.
But that's okay. That's perfectly fine and dandy with everyone.
So now tack the car onto it.
And the insurance company's going to rape you for that.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, it'll be $1,000 a month.
There's a reason I don't have nice things, and I'm comfortable with that.
Wow. What's the gun equivalent of a DUI?
Getting drunk and shooting your gun? I don't know.
Yeah.
Any criminal act.
Having your gun on you and being drunk?
Well, they do. You know what they do? They do
misdemeanor. DUI would probably be a good enough reason not to give somebody jack up.
They actually already have a level of gun infractions here in Florida. They do that 5-10 life thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you have a gun with you during a crime, it's a 5-year jail sentence, 10 years if you pull it, life if you shoot someone or kill someone with it. So I guess it'd be the same kind of thing if you have a gun with you that's in an illegal place. But in Florida, you can take your gun anywhere. I think you can take your gun to work in Florida.
Also, the insurance companies could take it upon themselves to enforce psychological background checks.
Yeah, no, they would have to.
Yeah.
I mean, like you have to if you want to get medical insurance, you have to go do a checkup.
Right.
Before they tell you what kind of checkup you're gonna get.
Progressive has this like little thing that you plug into your car that you get a 30% discount based on how you drive. So they can have like a safe. And how many times you take it out of the goddamn safe or the holster? You'd have to pay more insurance instead. Like, he never takes it out of the safe.
Let's face it. I mean, I know gun ranges are relatively safe, but accidents still happen on the gun range.
Yeah.
If you're going to the gun range every week, you're a high risk gun owner.
Yeah.
If you're going to the hunting range every week, you're a high risk gun owner.
You live in a bad part of town.
High risk gun owner.
If you have a fancy sports car, you pay a higher insurance. Trust me on this.
Yeah, you have an AK-47.
Yeah, you can have an AK-47, but you will pay out your fucking dick to own it.
This is the best idea I think you've ever had.
Thank you.
Ever.
I'm speechless because of I all I want to do is get this done now.
Well, get you elected to office.
That's all I want to do now. I want to give up my job. I want to quit doing everything and just be like the three guys who single-handedly saved the United States from itself as far as guns are concerned.
What we do is we start an insurance company.
Well,
is what we
good
do, right?
luck.
Once we have an insurance company for guns, we start selling insurance for guns. Then we start making some money for people who just, in case there's an accident or my gun gets stolen or whatever. Then with that money, we start lobbying Congress.
And that's how everything is done in this country.
Insurance companies lobby like nobody's business. We could do this.
I'm gonna have to shave.
Maybe just a trim.
Yeah.
And shower.
Don't worry, me too.
When you have a cat, there are a lot of things that you just can't have in this world.
Like a life.
A life is one thing.
Arms without scratches all over them.
8 hours of sleep. Anything that will fit in the thing's mouth.
Doesn't your cat wake you up every day?
Every day.
Staring at you with death dagger eyes.
An odorless apartment.
Every day. Mine's. I have 3 air fresheners going all the time. I have. This is true. I have 1 automatic air freshener that goes off like every 10 minutes or so, and then I have 2 more that when you walk in, they're motion detectors. So I walk in, it goes, and I have 1 in the bathroom. So when I go take a shit, it goes.
This is a scientific fact that dogs are better than cats.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
No, this is if you think about it, a dog, even if it's like 500 pounds, would still want to climb up on your lap and lick your face and think it could sit on your couch.
That sounds terrible.
And if you died, it would lie down next to you and it would starve to death.
That's not true.
Sure.
That is completely false.
Some dogs would do that.
No, that is completely false. Hold on a second. There's scientific fact. I can show you photographs and articles that dogs are actually very likely to eat you when you die. Specifically, they eat off your hands and your face. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
This is people think, your dog will just die with you. No, dogs will eat you when you die, just like a cat will eat you.
Because they'll get hungry, I guess.
Exactly.
But if a cat was any bigger,
the difference is a cat will try to eat you before you die.
If a cat was any bigger than I don't know, a bulldog, it would rip your throat out.
Well, yeah, they're called tigers and lions.
Yeah.
But no, you're still. The fact that a dog that's 500 pounds would want to get into your lap is already a sign that it's a terrible animal.
I don't think that's a positive.
Why would you want a gigantic, smelly,
it loves you,
slobbering, okay, let's say you had a friend who had, I don't know, like an 85-pound Airedale Terrier.
Okay, but that friend's dog is a fucking idiot dog.
Most dogs are idiots. Cats, however, are much smarter than dogs. If you want to be left alone, they'll leave you the fuck alone.
All right,
unless, it's actually not completely.
People who own tigers for years and years.
Those people are crazy.
They have it coming.
Yeah, they think that it's a pet. And then one day it attacks you. No shit, it's a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
Tigers are not domesticated animals. They're wild animals. Yes. That's just all there is to it. Whereas cats are smart animals who have domesticated themselves, which is why people aren't murdered by cats. Because they're like, we kind of need you people. Just like you kind of, we don't need them, but...
Well, I don't think Felix Domesticus could murder a person even if it wanted to.
No.
Maybe a small baby.
There's another fucked up thing about cats. Their meows that you hear are made to emulate like baby cries.
Yeah, but dogs are actually... I have to give dogs more points for assimilating to human life because now they're like learning subway systems, crosswalks. They are.
Yeah, they get on the subway, they go downtown, they hunt
Cats
for food.
do it too,
I saw a couple of dogs playing the piano the other day.
Okay, now.
I did.
Okay, now.
Somebody trained their dogs to play a song on the piano.
But did you see a dog holding a vacuum cleaner attachment to its face? Going.
No, but I actually did see a dog assembling its own Hoover. It's impressive.
There are no dogs that ever that have thumbs. There are some cats that have thumbs though. Those 7-toed kitties, the Hemingway cats.
Hemingway cats, yeah.
They have thumbs because they're evolving, man. I'm telling you.
That's disturbing. If they get any better, I'm telling you, every time a cat looks at you, it's not thinking love, it's not thinking care. It's just thinking, God, I wish I was bigger so I could eat you.
It doesn't even go that far. There's only one word that cats know, and this word is murder.
Yeah.
That's it. Cats will. Okay, you can take a cat, and you can live. Let's say you live on 15 acres in the country, and you can give the cat food all day long, and then the cat will go out like, thanks for the food. I'm bored. I'm gonna go hunt. So it'll go and it will kill, kill a bird, kill another bird. It'll kill another bird. It'll kill another bird. It'll kill a rat. It'll kill 17 animals in a day that it's not even gonna eat. It's not gonna bring you. Just I'm fucking bored.
You really are the psychopaths of the animal kingdom.
There was
Dick Cheney, cat reincarnated.
We can bring this into something local that happened. They just had a vote locally to. They're doing a forced sterilization program in Tampa now, which is awesome.
Of people or cats?
Of people. No, of cats. Where they're rounding up every stray cat they can find, and they're sterilizing them. Which
That's
is
a good idea.
Awesome. The vote went down 6-1. One guy was Victor Christ, and he was like, I don't know, I think we should just be killing them. He just wanted to kill them. He's like, no, if you see a stray cat, we should kill it, because he's kind of right that they do eradicate a lot of species.
Yeah, I can imagine
like
if they're
all over the place.
I saw a thing that 2 cats left unspayed in the wild will, within 6 years, can produce something like 3 million offspring.
That's not
in terms of like they have children. Those children breed within X amount of time,
right.
And the exponential growth of the cat population could be up as high as 3
But it doesn't
million.
get that high because
Theoretically, though, right?
Because they
It's
die.
got to be the perfect.
Yeah.
What the perfect circumstances. Right?
I don't know how many stray cats there are, but
there are a lot
terrible.
around here. I'll tell you that much. I was at a gas station 2 nights ago next to my job, and I went inside to buy a pack of cigarettes. I came out and there's a little kitten like hanging out at the front door. Oh, I'm gonna pet you, kitten. And then there was another cat and another cat. I counted 7 stray cats just hanging out in this parking lot, and I'm like, "What's going on here?" This cop pulls up. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is how it is. This area has 20 stray cats that just live in the parking lot." And for half of me thinking because I'm a dork, I'm like, "Oh man, I just want to hang out here all the time." The other half of me is thinking, "That's disgusting," because these things are just murdering shit and throwing dead mice all over the back parking lot. And
How many cats do you how many cats do you think you could beat up? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think that would top out at?
Do you have a stick?
No, you only
So
have
it's-
your body.
so
It's
it's
your arms and your legs. You can bite them if you can do anything you want. You don't have any weapons.
How many are coming at me at the same time?
That's what we're gonna try to figure out. How many do you think you could handle?
I don't think you could do more than maybe 6 to 10. Because cats,
when they get on you, that's
takes
hard
so
to get them
much
off,
blood.
isn't it?
they have they don't really have locking jaws like some dogs do, but they are strong enough to where they will bite onto your arm. Taryn was telling me about this.
Yeah.
Hold on to you, and you can't get it off.
Right.
I had a little.
Once they get their claws, I think really it's when they get their claws in you. Declawed cats, all day long. I could just kick them. I think the number of declawed cats I could beat up would be infinity.
The number is infinity cats.
Yeah, infinity cats. But cats with claws. Yeah, probably 5 or 6 something.
Yeah, it's
Maybe less. Maybe 3. Like really determined cats.
at some
could
point you're
take
just gonna
me
be
down.
like, "Ow, that really hurt."
Yeah.
And that's another thing about why cats are better than dogs, because they're genetically superior, as far as like
Kind of
Well,
weird
as far-
eugenics busted here.
no, as
No,
far as okay. First of all, they're cute. They're made to look cute, and everyone, even if you don't like cats, you can look at a kitten and be like, "Oh my god, I want to take it home and I want to love it." But when it gets there, it's got these little paws, these little tiny, cute, furry paws. Inside of those are 5 razor sharp claws, razor sharp knives that are hidden. They're fucking hidden. They're hidden.
Yeah, I don't like cats.
I think the reason that dogs are genetically inferior is obvious because people made them. Like that's what.
Yeah, there are many
When
dogs.
people make animals, we don't do that.
They're
great
made.
job.
I mean, like
Okay, so
Randy's dogs.
Exactly.
They can't breathe.
Can't
They
French
breathe,
have to be-
bulldogs.
They have to be artificially inseminated.
So you
and they can't give live birth either. They have to have C-sections.
Right.
'Cause
Only humans would make something like that.
So you put 2 cats out in the wild, and they'll theoretically make 3 million cats in 6 years. How many puppies will those 2 French bulldogs make in 6 years?
Zero.
Well, those two
None.
Zero.
Because they're...
They probably wouldn't even live for 6 days.
They wouldn't know what to do.
You can barely breathe.
Yeah.
They can't.
That's what you hear out of like those things' faces and like bugs as well. They're just sad creatures.
We've talked about so much murder and violence already in the animal kingdom so far.
Did you see the thing about the Jamestown settlers in the 1600s came to the United States?
Yeah.
Cannibals. The harvest wasn't so great, and now they found evidence that they ate each other. They were starving to death. So your the pilgrims had a little touch of the Hannibal Lecter in them.
I don't think I buy this story.
It's what is.
It's just another in a set of theories about Jamestown. There's so many theories about Jamestown. The most prevalent one being they just packed up and moved. Or the most logical one. So now they're saying that they're cannibals, eh?
They found a skull and a tibia of something around a 14-year-old English girl that they're calling Jane that has the hallmarks of being cooked.
Okay, so one skull and one femur makes a society of cannibals?
Well, I mean, just saying.
They were hanging out with savages.
Could have been, one cannibal in the group. There have been a lot of
one cannibal in the group. That's possible.
Yeah. There have been a lot of historical cases of societies trying out cannibalism. Of course, it always fails, but mainly because people don't like being eaten by each other. But also, I think you get pretty sick if you eat human meat.
Well,
it spread a lot of disease and stuff like that.
The thing that mad cow disease is like one of the reasons I think that people get it is the cows get it is because they grind up other cows.
Yeah,
it's the brain, right? And in Papua New Guinea, they find people like cannibals who are have the same kind of neurological symptoms as people who have gotten mad cow disease from eating tainted beef, or actually like cows do. They're like the weird swaying.
That's terrible because those people were obviously crazy to begin with.
Which people?
The people who were eating other people.
Well, I mean, like they believe that like if you eat your heart, if there's certain body parts that if you eat them, you get the strength, or you eat their brain,
it's like
you
Highlander,
get their
like
intelligence.
power up.
Are you saying that's not crazy to think that way?
Yes, of course, it's fucking crazy to think that way. I'm just saying that it's a systemic cultural problem.
Let me pose you guys. Well, Greg, you're a vegetarian, so I guess this one really. But you'll still take a taste of meat every once in a while, won't you?
Haven't in a while, but fish. You eat fish.
Fish. Okay. Well, I guess mainly this was directed at Casey then.
Yes, I'll eat anything.
Okay, so hypothetical.
Yes, I'll eat it.
A human that has been bred.
Yes, I'll eat
like
it.
livestock.
Yes, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
I would taste
Not
it.
really. No.
Well,
not even a hesitation.
I would not even hesitate.
Wow.
Not even for a second.
How would you like that? How would you like that cooked?
It's like I would imagine it'd be like pork, so thoroughly.
Okay.
I don't want any.
In a sandwich, just straight up.
Well, they call it the
And
cannibals
some gravy.
call it long pig, because apparently we taste like pork.
I'll tell you, if I'm gonna eat a person, it will probably only be a one-time thing. So I think I'd like it by itself.
No, just like
I want
unadulterated.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't think I have to add any salt. So
Probably not. Well, if they were fed a Western diet, but
okay.
I like the fact that.
So yes, I don't want any Chinese. Okay, give me some soy.
I just really like the idea that you want to be very clear that you're probably only do it one time. It's not like, oh, that was good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back for a second.
Why would you stop?
Well, no, because I'll tell you why. I mean, I can think about this now. Like, if somebody came up to me and they said, "Look, I've got."
I got a freezer full of human.
No. I'm not even going to use humans. If somebody came up and said, "Hey, look, I've got some whale," I'm totally against like the whaling and everything they do in Japan.
But it's already there.
I would try it.
Yeah.
But just to say that I've eaten it, that I've tasted it, that I've tried it, but I wouldn't try it again, even if it was good.
You're looking for a new experience.
So for just a new experience, not because I want to sit around and chow on people all day.
Occasionally, occasionally you'll see these women who are like really top level chefs that when
I know where you're going.
they'll give birth, they'll have a baby, and they'll keep the placenta in the afterbirth, and they'll cook it for their friends.
That's grosser than my vegan omelet that I was talking about. That really is. That's really grosser than that.
I don't know.
I don't know. Would you eat that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably do that too.
Yeah, it came out of a vagina. I'll take it.
Ugh. I mean, I saw this thing on.
Put a bone in that. You got a stew going for.
I saw this.
Put a bone in that.
Get it? Oh boy.
Oh, it didn't. I saw a thing on Andrew Zimmern.
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 Zimmern. Zimmern.
Zimmern.
2 syllables.
The Bizarre Foods guy. Have you seen this guy?
Mm-mm.
He goes around like he eats weird things, and one of the things that I struggled to watch was he was on a farm, I don't know, like West Virginia, and a cow was giving birth, and they went and they helped the birthing process, and they took the afterbirth right there in the field and ate it raw, like blood and placenta like dripping out of his hands, putting it in his mouth. He's like, it was very irony. It has a interesting consistency and texture, and like this is.
How does that not just kill you? Like, how does it not just make you sick almost immediately?
Vomiting everywhere.
I would completely try that straight out of the vagina of a cow before I would eat the baloo that he has eaten a couple of times on the show. If you don't know what baloo is, it's Belut. It is a fertilized duck egg.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's
got the embryo in it.
It's got this thing's like probably a few days about.
It's got a beak on it.
Yeah, and feathers, and you just open it up, and you're like, oh, there's an abortion, and you eat it. And I would eat my mother's placenta before I would consider eating that.
Yeah. Oh, good lord.
That's every time I see him, it's
just the
blue
crunching
and
of the
green.
beak in your mouth. That would be the.
I got a semi-fertilized egg once.
How's it even possible?
It's like, it happens. There's like one in a million or some extraordinary.
It's like random piece of like chicken semen like randomly gets near.
I don't.
Hen coop.
Well, if they're like cage free or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My grandmother
It wasn't that developed, but there was blood in it, and
I've gotten
the semblance of life form starting to.
I've gotten blood in an egg before. Here's how far we've come as a society. My grandmother, for her living, used to be the person who she worked at an egg factory or whatever, I guess what we call it, a farm
processing plant. Oh, a farm. Okay.
I don't know.
Processing plant's probably more accurate.
This is like the 1940s or 50s. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So a farm. Okay.
And eggs would come down like a conveyor belt type thing, and she would sit there all day with a light in front of her, pick up an egg, inspect it for an embryo, or for a fertilized embryo,
really,
and pass it on. That's what she did.
Wow.
They actually had human beings inspecting these things for fertilized embryos.
See that? One of them takes a nap, and the next thing you know, someone's eating a baby chicken.
Yep.
Jesus. Well, there was a guy who had really, really, really bad allergies, like that were destroying his life, and he went to Africa where like nobody has allergies, like the middle of like shitty part of Africa, and he walked around in like sewage and like just hung out with the villagers and stuff, and he got hookworm, which are like these. If you look up a picture of hookworms, they're scary fucking looking creatures. His allergies all went away, so he started selling hookworms on the internet to people who have like really bad allergies. And I think the guy from The Cure,
Robert Smith,
like gave himself hookworm as well because of his allergies. But they, the way that he had to harvest them is they only come out one way, and that's he would poop in a bag, and he'd wash the poop out to get the hookworms, and then dry them into capsules, and sell them in like pill bottles, and people would eat the thing that came out of this guy's poop. Apparently it works though.
Thank God I don't have allergies. That's all I can say.
See, I'm an asthmatic and I'm intrigued by this. I'm like, well, shit, am I gonna have to start eating something that came out of some dude's poop?
I mean, like one time. You don't have to like eat poop every day. It's just like you gotta.
Damn.
Let's face it. We all would take magic mushrooms.
I have.
Yeah, those grow out of poop.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I thought you were saying magic mushrooms as some sort of like.
As in, like, if it cures my allergies.
Yeah, I thought you meant like.
No, I meant like no.
You meant psilocybin mushrooms.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, without hesitation.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
That too. Yes.
Yeah.
It would be doubly useful if they actually cured. Well, I mean, they cure cluster headaches.
What kind of headaches?
Cluster headaches. So like, there's groups of people who have like really, really, really bad migraines that come in. I don't even know how to describe it because apparently it's like the worst thing that can happen. Like your head feels like it's exploding, and you get like 3 or 4 of them in a day, and people who have these things like kill themselves. So and the only thing that they found that treats it, and Duke University is the first people in like 50 years to get a license to study psilocybin, where it apparently like you take mushrooms like once a week on like a Saturday, so like a college kid, and you like obviously take the day off.
How easy is it to fake
and your
cluster headaches?
Apparently, it works with almost with a lot of psychedelics like LSD and things like that. So
again, how easy is it to fake cluster?
Now that we've solved the gun problem in this country, I think we can thank our sponsors once again.
Yes.
1-800-APE-RAPE. That's 1-800-APE, like the primate without a tail. Rape, as in forceful, unlawful, carnal knowledge.
Slinging more right in your eyes. They'll be sorry when they die. They're gonna fry for singing them filthy words.
Broken vagina, broken penis, going in a broken vagina. I'm the babies. I'm writing a song called Broken Vagina now. It's all there is to it.